Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be going over my 2024 predictions regarding AI and society. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Prediction number 1. AI teachers' assistants are going to become more formalized and systematized within the education system. My reason for believing this is that we already have statistics reporting that about 40% of teachers use ChatGPT on a weekly basis. We know that students all over the country are using it to help them with tests, with homework, you name it, they're using it. And anecdotally, in my personal experience, I found ChatGPT to be very helpful when I'm learning new topic areas. I can ask it as many questions as I want, and I can ask it if I don't understand something. And this is something that is not necessarily present within the current education system, where, for the most part, you're sitting in class and you're being talked at and expected to take notes. I think that this is going to open up a lot of opportunities for students who canonically would be considered poor students to actually excel in education. To be more specific with this example, I will actually predict that OpenAI will open up an education program or partner program with colleges and universities to let students sign up for ChatGPT Plus for free to allow them to use their custom GPTs for their classes. Because I think that teachers should be able to upload their course material for the year to their own custom GPT, give their students the link, and then their students have a virtual teacher's assistant that is 24/7 uptime and is very helpful for everyday questions and concerns. My prediction number 2 is that this is the year that we have a split in human evolution. The reason I think this is that with content being ever more saturated on the internet, there are more ways to entertain yourself over and over again to distract yourself from reality and from the feelings inside yourself. And so I think that humans are going to be presented with two choices. We can either resist the dopamine machines that are ever more present in our lives, such as social media, AI-generated porn, AI girlfriends, AI friends, immersive world experiences with AI characters that you can talk to for hours, or we give into all of those urges and we become a slave to the technology that we once created, then we are harvested for our data. So this leads me to believe that there's going to be a counter trend of digital detoxing and IRL meetups. And somebody that I really admire for their thoughts, Greg Eisenberg, posted a tweet last year with a graphic showing the percentage of people that actually meet online versus in real life, and it was over 50% of couples met online. And combine this with some of the information that Rex Woodbury wrote about in a Substack article recently this year, talking about the loneliness epidemic amongst Gen Z. I think that we're at a crossroads where social media and information has gotten too much for our brains to handle, and we need to actually come back from it a bit, or we're going to be lost within it. So in 2024, be on the lookout for IRL meetups, opportunities to create third spaces for people to actually meet up and talk about things and connect with each other on a human level. And most importantly, don't give into the dopamine machine because it's not stopping. Prediction number 3 is a pretty fun one for me. I think it's going to be really interesting if this actually comes true, but I think that we're going to see the first fully automated fast food chain. And the reason I think this is that we've already seen hints of this happening with things such as the Amazon Go stores that you see in cities where you can walk in, take something, and you're automatically charged. Recently this year, McDonald's just announced their first fully automated McDonald's right here in Texas, and I don't know if they have any more, but I do believe that they'll probably continue this. And I think what we're seeing is that last year, AI was so explosive that it was very hard to keep up, and now this year, I think a lot of big corporations are going to catch up to the fact that they can save a ton of money if they don't need to pay a real person a wage when AI and automation can do it for free 24/7 and in some cases better than a human. My 4th prediction is that AI patient intake for the healthcare system is going to become normalized as well. The reason I think this is that there were reports dating back to 2019 showing that 0.2% of chatbot engagement from consumers was within the healthcare space. And I think that there's a lot of opportunity to reduce the friction of the back and forth between a real person on one end and a patient on the other describing their symptoms. And I think that this is going to get even better with the fact that we now have multimodal to allow patients to not only tell us their symptoms, but also show us their symptoms. My 5th prediction is a bit of a funny one, but I think we all know this is probably going to happen. 2024 is the election cycle year, and we have already seen in past election cycles how much misinformation can be spread just to sway the voters either way. And I'm not political. I'm not saying any election was rigged. This is not what that is about. This is simply about the fact that there are Twitter bots already, there's TikTok accounts that spread information just to push a certain narrative, and I think this is coming from every side. I don't think it's really one side or the other. And the difference between previous election cycles and the spreading of certain information to sway narratives in this one is that we now have very powerful AI tools to help us generate text, audio, video, and images that are very passable as being made by a human. So maybe some of you remember this image right here of the orange man himself getting arrested, and that was actually before he was arrested, and it turned out to be an AI generated image. So in this case, it did actually come true, but you can see how it leads people to jump to conclusions before they verify the source. And we all know that in today's age, it is very hard to go and verify every single source because there's so much information happening all the time that it's very hard to keep track. So I don't know exactly what's going to happen in 2024, but I do know it's going to be very interesting and very scary at the same time. My sixth prediction is the commoditization of music, and this one honestly does make me a bit sad because I appreciate musicians immensely. I've gone to concerts, I have favorite musicians, I feel like I have a connection with a human, and I think there still will be that aspect. However, I think AI music generation has gotten to the point now where we are very quickly entering the world where anybody can make a very high quality song for very little. One recent example of this is a company called Suno.ai. With tools like Suno.ai, you can generate high quality songs just from a single prompt. You can even add custom lyrics if you so choose, but the point is, it's very low effort for a very high quality output. And you can imagine a world where you're in the gym and you would normally scroll through Spotify to find that favorite PR song, but now maybe you have an app that you can ask to make you your own PR song. So in a way, I'm both excited and a bit sad for this turn of events for music. My seventh prediction is going to be that 2024 is the year of multimodal. The reason for this is that OpenAI recently released GPT Vision 4 last year, and it's already being used in companies right now for real-life use cases. We also have open source models like OpenClip getting tons of stars every day, people experimenting with new ways to use these models. And I think this gets interesting with the fact that we are starting to see more advancements in augmented reality, such as the Meta glasses and the Apple Vision Pros. So imagine a world where now an AI can see exactly what you see and be able to help you in your everyday life, such as telling you how many calories are in that cupcake, to annotating a book that you're reading, to describing the expression on a person's face to see if you want to approach them or not. Maybe they're in a bad mood and you don't want to. It could range from a ton of things, but I think that this new paradigm of augmented reality is going to open up a whole new space for applications to come out, so I would be on the lookout for that this year in 2024. The eighth prediction is a bit personal to me because I am actually based in Austin, Texas, but it is my belief that Austin, Texas will become the undisputed rival AI hub to Silicon Valley. And the reason for this is that if you just look at Austin's growth in the past couple years, you'll notice that there's more of a startup culture, and you go on meetup.com and you type AI, you will see 50 plus meetups for AI communities, one of which I am actually a co-organizer of, which is AITX, and we plan to be the largest and best AI community within Austin and put Austin's name on the map for AI. And so those are my predictions for 2024. I hope you like them. It's definitely not an exhaustive list. I could go on for hours and hours, but for the sake of the video, I just wanted to give you a few of the ones that I thought were fun to look at, and I hope that you keep these in mind as we go into 2024. So thank you for watching. If you got this far, drop a like, drop a comment, and subscribe if you're not already. Until next time, much love and peace, y'all.